Hey everyone, it's been a while. I just wanted to post an update video, hopefully more in depth compared to the last one. I've removed it by this point. If you're watching this, it's been removed because this will cover everything it covered. So I have like a list of questions I'm just gonna answer. So yeah, so first question, what happened to my Discord server? So to put it simply, yeah, so it got nuked. For those that don't know what that LARPy term means, it basically means a group of raiders went on there with the help of one of my staff and did a bunch of wacky stuff that made me have to delete it. So yeah, that's what happened. And that leads me to the next question that's very commonly asked. Will you make a new Discord server? Now I actually made a new one right after the first one got nuked because I was like surprised and I wanted to fix it. So I actually had a template already made because I expected this would happen, right? So I made it, and after a lot of thinking and self-reflection, I decided not to make it public again. And I deleted it again because I realized my Discord server was not something that brought joy to my life. Well, it did. It did. It was had a lot of good moments, but overall, it hit me pretty hard. I mean, I wasn't even that active to begin with, but it was the cause of a lot of my suffering over my 9th year at school and good portion of my 10th year as well. So after a lot of self-reflection and just like going over why would I want to remake this, I mean, it's been more stressful than school itself, which is saying something. Some days I would go to sleep. All I was thinking about was how would I solve this drama? How would I manage this rule? How would I not try to piss everyone off? Like, there are too many different people on that server who all thought they knew what was best. And there were a lot of hard decisions I had to make and a lot of consequences because of it. I lost a lot of reputation, which, I mean, I didn't really care about that to begin with, but it did affect me a lot when it came to just navigating the community because I could not escape Tibet anywhere. Every time I would show up, they would mention like, "Oh, you're the owner of Tibet. Yeah, that place sucks, bro." And either way, whether he was right or not, it occurred to me that I was not happy owning Tibet. And that's why over a long time I gave a lot of power to different people. And yeah, that was, in hindsight, was not the best idea. I mean, there are a lot of questionable things they did, a lot of disagreements, because when the owner is the owner of a YouTube channel, right? Like, that's my community. When I make something, when I post a rule, whatever, people usually agree because that's me. That's what I'm doing. And they are not going to really question what I'm doing because it's my service, my community. But when someone else who they probably didn't come to the server for does the same thing, they're gonna question them a lot. They're gonna be like, hold up, this is weird. This is a weird rule. We shouldn't be doing this. And then there's debate. There's a lot of stress that's involved with it. I was trying to focus on school, but while also trying to manage the server at the same time. So I gave a bunch of people a lot of power, like basically co-owners, but not really. And it was very messy and it was a really hard time, especially discussing drama about degeneracy and stuff like that. It was very, very hard, and especially when the rule about raiders came up, it hit me even harder because the mapping community is so torn when it comes to raiders. Some people say they should be allowed in, some people say they shouldn't, and I did both. I let them in because I didn't see a problem with it. If they're not gonna, do bad stuff on my server, then, why exclude them? But then they started using my server as a foothold to discuss their raiding plans and stuff. And that's not right. And a lot of other server owners talked to me about this, like, dude, why are you doing this? You shouldn't be doing this. And I was like, you know what? That's a good point because I'm not gonna let raiders discuss their rating plans on my server. That's not right. So I made that a rule. You can't talk about that. And then they kept on talking about it. So I'm like, okay. So I banned them. And banning a raider, it's like declaring war on an angry bull. And banning them gives you a red t-shirt. So what inevitably happened was when there was a big disagreement amongst my staff, one of them gave the raiders permission to, self-nuke or whatever they do. And boom, Tibet was gone. So, to answer the question, will I make a new Discord server? The answer is no. I'm not going to make a new Discord server. Even the mere mention of Tibet brings me a lot of anxiety-induced panic attacks and, well, not panic attacks, that's a bit extreme, but you know what I mean. Like, it's a really bad feeling. And I don't think I want to go through that again every day, seeing the icon, every day being pinged about something that's happened or whatever, or people telling me to delete it or to archive it because it's bad. Yeah, I'm just not going to go through that again. And I don't have time to moderate it anyway. Sure, it's summer now and I have the time, but there are so much better stuff I could be doing. It's a server where people have fun. I mean, I tried that once and I was miserable, so I'm not going to go through that again. I mean, find somewhere else, right? So yeah, that's not answered question. But that leads to this question as well. Where are my resources? This is some questions I've seen in comments and DMs through Discord. And it's in a Google Drive. I put all my resources on the Google Drive. This is easier, but also hard at the same time. I mean, people might not be familiar with the Google Drive interface. It's a bit weird to save images and copy images. Not weird, it's just a bit more inconvenient than Discord. But at the same time, not everyone knew how to do Discord, and not everyone had an account. A lot of people were underage, which was another controversy that I had to deal with, which was very annoying. So yeah, Google Drive just seems like a better option. And I put all my resources. It's in the link down below. And yeah, it's just I just have this better look. You can see here, I'm going through it, and I mean, everything's here. Everything that is on my hard drive, aside from personal stuff, is here basically. So yeah, that's that question. So this is probably the biggest question that probably most of you guys came for. When is Avaritia going to come out? Now this is a question. This is a good question that I don't have a good answer for. Mapping is an interesting thing for me. I love mapping. Let's get that straight. I love it. It's one of my favorite hobbies, yeah, for sure. Like making maps and everything to do with maps really is my thing. I love it. But mapping, as in storytelling mapping, making characters talk and all that stuff, isn't very interesting to me anymore. I love making maps still. I participate in competitions. I've been thinking about hosting my own, but I probably won't, just because, same reasons as before. But I love mapping, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to keep on doing storytelling mapping, because I still have 2 episodes of Avaritia left. I've made good progress on episode 12, and I've got everything planned out. But the amount of motivation I have is, stupidly low. And I know it's been a bit since I posted the last mapping video. And why haven't you finished this in 4 months or whatever, 6 months, however long it's been? Well, school is a big factor. I mean, I focused on school all throughout May and June. I wasn't even on Discord a lot. Usually I'm on Discord quite a bit, but over those 2 months I was completely gone, basically. I was on there like once a week max. I mean, I paid off. I mean, I did pretty well in school, but that's besides the point. My point being, now that I have time, instead of spending my time doing storytelling mapping, I want to do something else. I actually talked to some of my teachers about this, is making a video that portrays the history of a significant country, like the People's Republic of China or the Roman Empire. Those are my those are two ongoing projects that I've been doing on and off. Not really. I mean, I haven't done it in a while since I haven't had the time, but I am thinking about doing that instead of storytelling mapping. Because the thing is that I don't find storytelling mapping that interesting anymore. I know that's probably going to be a shame to a lot of people, but that's just how it is. So that also leads me. Oh, well, okay. So to answer the question, when is ever going to come out? Probably by the end of the year or Christmas. That is my guess. You know me with my guesses. I mean, I know Jack Doodoo about guesses, right? I mean, I say it's gonna come out end of October. It's like March of 2052, and I still haven't made it. So my guess is gonna be either end of summer or end of Christmas for episode 12. I obviously won't have time during school because I'm taking what 3 advanced courses, 4 advanced courses, whatever. So obviously I won't have time to do mapping. What I might do actually, I'll come back to that later. So that brings to the next question: what's gonna happen with the Great War in Red Soil? I'm probably gonna cancel those series. It's very very sad. I really didn't want to cancel them. I actually loved the ideas I had for them, and a lot of people suggested some really great things I want to put forward. But as I said before, I just don't find storytelling mapping that interesting anymore. So I don't think I can motivate myself or even have enough time to finish those series. So if I'm gonna finish a series, it's gonna be Avaritia. It's not the best thing I could do. Like looking back, I have made a lot of mistakes. Although it's going to be my best series thus far, but that's not saying much. I mean, my past 3 series have been questionable. 3 series? Maybe 4 actually. Yeah, four series. Very questionable. So yeah, my first edgy mapping series might not even finish because I've just been so busy and so demotivated to do anything with storytelling mapping. But what I might do, this is the next question: are you quitting mapping? No, I'm not quitting mapping. Not for a long time. Well, by long time I mean like 2 years. By the time I get to university, I'm gonna probably drop mapping. I mean, there's no way I have any time or any interest in making maps and stuff when I'm studying science and maths and stuff. So I'll probably quit after my 12th year summer, when I move to Toronto and start doing university. But that's still 2 years, and I'm not gonna quit mapping. I'm probably gonna quit storytelling mapping. So no more series like that. But I might make a bunch of mapping shorts, speed arts. I might even do something like what W2F Foxy does, which is his lore-based series, which I find really cool actually. I'm not the biggest, I'm not the smart, no, I'm not the brightest history guy ever. I mean, history was my worst course this year, which was kind of, okay, I'm not gonna go into it. I mean, I'm kind of salty about it, but whatever. Um, but yeah, I'm not the best at history, but I do think I have a lot of insightful ideas I could express. So I'll probably do some speed arts, some mapping shorts. I find mapping shorts super fun. I mean, oh, they're great. I'll do a lot more of those probably. Like I remember Arbitria, or whatever that was called, with Mars and stuff. That was a really good one. There's also, oh wait, no, that one wasn't. Okay, I'm thinking of something that's a private challenge that my friend told me to do. It was called Emotional Profanity, and it was really fun actually. It was really fun to do. I could have done it better, but you know, it was a long time ago. But yeah, to answer that question, no, I will not be quitting mapping. I will be doing a lot of stuff in mapping, and I have a lot more in store to show. I might even have time during the school year to pursue some of my ideas. because storytelling mapping is a huge investment. I mean, if you've ever tried it, you know how long it takes to script, then to make frames, then to edit it, then to find music, or some combination of that. It takes a long time, takes a lot of motivation, takes a lot of dedication, takes a lot of sweat, blood, and tears to really finish a good mapping episode. If I do decide to quit, I'll post a video, though I don't think I'm gonna quit before I finish Avaritia, because I'm so close to finishing it, and I've planned everything out. I just need motivation. But yeah, that's about it. Thank you for listening. I mean, just stick in here with me. I mean, it's gonna take a while for me to really grasp back onto mapping, but I'm coming back. I'm coming back. Yeah, Chinese out.